elbow clicks, your knee aches, your Achilles burns, and you still walk up to the pull-up bar because, come on, it'll be fine by morning. That's exactly how a tendon ends up never healing.
In the next 5 minutes, you'll learn 2 things: why tendon pain can drag on for months, and what to do so the tendon actually starts rebuilding instead of just going quiet for a couple days. The problem isn't that you're weak or too old. The problem is tendons run on a different schedule, and you keep interrupting their repair. Today, I'll break it down: what a tendon really is, why rest often makes things worse, and what smart loading actually looks like.
Now, if your pain is sharp, shooting, or comes with swelling and numbness, stop here and see a physio. That's beyond a tweak. But if it's that chronic, nagging ache that just won't quit, here is the mechanical reason why.
A tendon isn't just a rope that gets worn down. It's connective tissue, mostly collagen, that transfers force from muscle to bone. Think of a steel cable. It can hold tons, but if the fibers inside start getting messy, the cable can still look fine on the outside, while the strength is already dropping. In a healthy tendon, collagen fibers run parallel and are tightly packed. With overload, you get micro damage, and if you keep hammering the same spot, your body doesn't get the time to lay down the new threads in a clean, organized way. You think the problem is one hard set. Most of the time, the problem is the cycle. Load it, it hurts, it calms down a bit, then you load it again. That's like fixing a road while trucks are driving over it 24/7. And here's a key point: tendons are springs. They store and return energy in running, jumping, kipping, explosive pull-ups. So fast, explosive reps create huge stress, especially right on the weak link. And there's actually 2 versions of this problem, and they need completely different approaches. An acute flare-up, often called tendonitis, is when the tissue got irritated recently and you get an inflammatory reaction. Chronic issues, or tendinopathy, are when you've been feeding the fire for months. The trick is that in many chronic cases, inflammation isn't the main driver anymore. The main enemy is bad load management. So kill the pain at all costs is not fix the tissue. You can mute the alarm and then destroy the tendon with volume. Sometimes you do need short-term rest when pain is truly sharp and angry, but if you turn movement off for too long, the tendon stops getting the right signal to remodel. The paradox: you rest, pain drops, you come back to your old weights, and the whole thing starts again. You don't need zero load, you need the right load. It's like building a callus. You won't grow protection if you never touch the skin, but if you rip it open every day, you won't build it either.
So, what does right load actually mean? The answer is one mechanic, and it changes everything.
The main mechanic is time under tension. Tendons love enough tension, enough time, and a reasonable total dose. Not more reps, a quality stimulus the tissue can actually process. That's why I'll just run or jump to strengthen my knee often backfires. Fast, explosive stuff can overload the healthy parts while the damaged spot kind of hides. So force gets distributed weirdly, and the weak area never gets the right dose. Mistake number 1 is, if it doesn't hurt, I can send it. Nope, the most common trap is progress by huge jumps. Yesterday, 3 sets, today 9, next day you add weight, plus you hang on the bar for the tendons. Mistake number 2 is pain equals inflammation, so I only need rest or pills. Often pain is a signal you're overdosing the tendon, and without smart loading, you just walk in circles. And mistake number 3 is I'll train it like a muscle. Muscles forgive a lot. Tendons adapt slower, and it's easy to trick yourself with short bursts of motivation. Here's how to fix if a movement reliably makes pain climb. First, remove the specific trigger, not your whole life. Not I quit training, but I temporarily removed what hits my elbow. Heavy pull-ups, kipping, super narrow grip, tons of biceps volume. Second, start with isometrics if the pain is spicy. That's a hold in a position where the tendon is loaded, but movement is minimal. Examples: for the elbow, an isometric wrist extension hold, or holding a dumbbell in a neutral position. For the Achilles, a calf raise hold on the toes. For the knee, a static split squat hold. The goal is give the tissue time under tension without the jerks. Practical starter protocol, a guideline, not a religion. 3 to 5 holds of 30 seconds, heavy but controlled. Rest 60 to 90 seconds, do it 3 times per week or every other day so you leave room to recover. Third, then add eccentrics and heavy slow work. That means you lower the loads slowly in the problem movement. 3 to 5 seconds down, full control, no cheating. That helps the new fibers line up better because the load becomes predictable. Fourth, the pain rule. Many rehab approaches allow moderate pain during the work, roughly up to 4 out of 10. The real test is the 24-hour check. Symptoms should return to your baseline the next day, not get worse. If tomorrow is worse, you overshot volume, weight, or frequency. Don't tough it out. Patience here isn't weakness, it's strategy. Fifth, respect collagen timing. Your body needs time to build the response after loading. People talk about an average of 36-hour window, so the I smash it every day plan easily turns into forever tendinopathy. And supplements, sometimes people talk about collagen or gelatin before loading. That's not magic and not mandatory. First, fix load, sleep, and nutrition, then, if you want, play with details. Here's your 1-week plan to stop guessing and start controlling the process. Treat it like an experiment. 1. Find the trigger. Write down the movement, grip, volume, and where it hurts. Elbow, Achilles, shoulder. Remove the biggest provoker for a week. 2. Isometrics 3 times per week. 3 to 5 holds of 30 seconds. Heavy but controlled. Plus, move without provocation. Easy range, clean technique, no jerks, so the joint doesn't get rusty. Third, add eccentrics, 2 to 3 sets of 6 to 10 reps, slow lowering. Stop if pain shoots past your allowed level. Every day, the 24-hour test. If you wake up worse, lower volume, weight, or frequency. Don't tough it out. Patience here isn't weakness, it's strategy. And remember, tendons don't never heal because they're broken forever. They don't heal because you keep bulldozing the construction site every time it starts rebuilding.
Stop bulldozing. Give it the right load, give it the right time, and watch it come back stronger than before. Now, once your tendon starts recovering, you still need to know how to load it correctly in your actual training. Incorrect pull-ups are exactly that bulldozer we just talked about. In my next video, I break down the exact pull-up technique that builds your tendons instead of tearing them apart, frame by frame. Same animations, same no BS format. Click it. Your tendons just started healing. Don't waste the momentum.